Sa mga taga Valencia Mayor ngayong hapon, sa mga opisyalis sa atong planta nga Great Meridian, o ang mga tao sa korporasyon, na si Secretary Cuse, na si Mayor Asusina Verbas, si Dexter Tew, the President and CEO of Pure Meridian Hydropower Corporation, and his fellow officers, Mr. Alfredo Panlilio, Chairman, Mr. Christopher Tew, Director, Mr. Johnson Sanne, Chief Operating Officer, and Mr. Eric Rojas, Mr. Treasurer, si Oscar Reyes, ang Presidente sa Meralco, si Paulo Antonio Cristobal, ang Presidente sa Infracore Development Corporation, Mr. Francisco Moreno, Chairman sa Infracore Development Corporation. Kumakauban sa gobyerno, maayong hapon kaninyong tanan. Ikaduha ko na ning, I don't know where, but yesterday I remember I was also called to cut. Mabutit yan, masanay tayo kasi kung wala ang trabaho, sanay na tayo maglibing ng tao. Practice. Baka yan na lang maiwan sa akin pagkatapos nito. Ay, nandiyan mo, sir, nandito man pala itong, nandito pala ito sila lahat. Lahat na pala, ang mga NPA, kung nakikinig kayo, sir, kisa NPA dia, taas kamay, iya ba ka agad? Tapos pagtalikod ko, wag ito ha. Kanang mga butang nga para sa tao, ayun ninyo naghilabte. For example, kaning hydroelectric, it's really light, it's energy. Gwapo pa kay renewable, ingon nila. Unya, gawas lang og maghuwaw. Problema na taani. Kamo na lang mo galing sa inyong makina, the turbine. But anyway, I am very happy that a corporation decided to utilize the hydroelectric power. It's water, renewable, at wala kayo'y samok ang mga NGOs, pati itong mga taga-Europe sa climate change. Alam mo, isang bagay na gusto talaga natin is to utilize the sun, which is endless actually, at saka yung water, but it would also be dependent on the climate, itong hydroelectric. Sometimes it dries up and I really do not know how to fix it. But it is there, saka yung wind power. Ang wind power, walang hangin, no? Nasa ulo ng, nasa mga taga Maynila. No, alam mo na kung anong, they could talk and talk and talk because ang lahat ng hangin ng Pilipinas pumasok na sa mga ulo ng mga ulang. Well, anyway, I'd like to congratulate the corporation, Pure Meridian, for venturing into this business. Just let me drop a few words about itong climate change. Now, Trump, presidente ng elect ng United States, decided to junk the Soviets a lot of garbage about climate change, and there's a treaty about controlling the carbon emissions dito sa atin. Alam mo, baski yung makina ng sakyanan, whenever there is even smoke, anything that really starts with burning, there's really carbon. Ang problema dyan is, yan lang ang kaya muna ng Pilipinas. They've been harping on so many things like solar and wind power, but unlike Batak, which faces the Taiwan Strait, maraming hangin doon. Dito, the wind current is almost going up. By the spin of planet Earth, invariably, yung hangin sinihigo pa doon sa itaas. That's why most of the time, the typhoons that come our way usually go up. It does not touch Mindanao. Now, the reason really for the so many destructions dito facing Mindanao is there is really a climate change. You are a few more degrees higher than the last century. And ang mundo kasi nasanay na ganong temperatura, kaya well, everything was really growing, including mankind. But yung ozone layer, pagka yung cancer and everything, we cannot deny that we need to argue for the cause of preventing climate change. Wala tayong away dyan. Ang problema, itong climate change na binabati ko sa ng NGO for refusing to sign, ganito yan eh. It is, hindi kasi hindi abogado eh. Hindi naman ako I'm not trying to sabihin mo mas marunong kami mga abogado. But I was reading the proposed treaty which we signed eventually. Was that it is binding on the member state mga signatories. And if it is binding, it binds all to obey it. Now the problem is, there is no sanction. Naikasalanan, pero masayop ka, wala man po unsay buhaton sa imo. There's absolutely none. Not if punitive or money or whatever. And the world of affairs runs like this. Kung tayo, because we are trying to invite everybody, including China, which will be coming in very fast in the days to come, maybe next year, magdagdag tayo. It is really exponential. Even if you peg it at 0.03, hindi mo pwedeng ilagay dyan. Then, ang problema is to pass in that treaty that there's a committee, somebody who would allow and disallow you. Or maybe call your attention and pressure you not to do it. Ngayon, kung ang Philippines ang mag-violate, because we need the industries. Alam mo, matagal na ang Pilipino naghirap. Matagal na nga ang tao nag-suffering from corruption. About the only thing that is holding us down is really corruption sa gobyerno. Isa yan. Now, you'd never know what comes up. Sabihin mo na, do not peg me at this level because I need to industrialize. Mabuti kayong mga mayaman countries, for example, China, United States, Russia, and the European countries. Sila ang nagbubugat talagang the most. Kung kanila ganon, ang atin dito lang. Wala man tayong mga factory. Mahirap nga tayo because we have not been able to take off. We are just like a plane that is traveling fast on sa runway and never having a lift to go up. I really do not know, but every other country in this world has progressed. Even dito sa Southeast Asia, tayo na ang pinakamahirap. I would believe that it is really yung initiative ng tao. It's a damper because of graft and corruption. Nauubos eh. So there are many things which I veto dito sa itong sabi ko. Huwag ninyong gawin yan because I will not accept that. I will just throw it out. Yung mga sabi ko na tama na, do not, at least give me, ibigay mo sa akin yan lang inihingi ko sa gobyerno na tama na muna. For 6 years at least. Just slow down. But these things, it adds to a lot of headache because finally, kung meron na dyan, hindi mo na mapigilan. Ito ngayon, the catch 22 to eh. Pag tayo ang nag-violate that we are called upon to reduce, we have to. Why? Not binding, Binding but no sanction. Alam mo, pag tayong maliit ang nag-violate, bibirahin ka ng malalaki. And you know, United States is mahilig ng ganon. They would impose lahat na ang sanction nila, it is not found in the treaty. It could be found somewhere else. Sanction, trade restraints, ganon, ito, wala kayo dito, wala, hindi kayo kasali dito. Do not go there because you stop business. They could, just like America, when they decided to impose sanctions on Iraq and Venezuela and all, talagang warak ka kasi tigas sila eh. Ngayon, kung sila ang tigas, tayo mahina, sila ang mag-violate, tapos sabihin natin, oh, wag mong gawin yan. Do not do that. I thought all the while that it is not allowed in this treaty. But what you do, you'll get is shrug. Oh, tapos bakit? Anong gusto mo? We cannot impose sanctions. We do not have that worldwide influence and clout na para i-pressure sila. So yan ang ayaw ko dyan. They initiate something itong mayayaman na countries, and yet, kung basahin mo, and even the 10 billion, tell me, most of you have read it, connected with the energy sector. 20 billion, tignan mo kung treaty kung saan. What do you get the 20 billion as a seed money for? What? Itong mga bright sa Maynila, NGOs, you know, you should sign that because there's a 20 billion anyway. If we suffer from a catastrophe, devastation, damage, there's always the 10 billion. Alam mo, it's a poor man's argument na. It's hollow. Why? Ang Amerika, bago lang nga ng bayad ng mga utang niya sa UN, ang Amerika does not pay its dues. Hindi na babayad yung buang na yan. Totoo. So, sino maglagay ng 10 billion? Yan ang ibig kong sabi. Si Trump is cutting back on its expenses. Wag yan mahal, wag yan mahal. It's a good thing for the Americans. But what does that spell for us, for the Filipinos? At saka, in their, sabi nila, if we suffer from a climate change in Southeast Asia, there's the money. If you read the treaty, it says, it is an incentive money to build gadgets, machines, whatever, to prevent climate change. It does not provide anything as a relief for damages incurred by any country because of the climate change. Mag-i-improve lang tayo. That money is to enhance. It does not say there that it should be paid to countries who suffered damages because of the climate change. Hindi lang kasi naintindihan ng aywan ko baka. Marami kasing bright talaga sa puro valedictorian eh. Cum laude, summa. Kami wala dito. Sumasadsad lang. Pero okay man. I mean, in our 4 months, ako, ordinaryong abogado lang. Pare-pareho lang tayo dito. Ilang ang valedictorian dito? Graduate. See? Summa cum laude. O baski cum laude na lang. Cum laude ka? Sino pa? First honorable, second, third, fourth. Wala. See? Ikaw lang ang nag-iisa dito. That's what is. Marami kaming hindi kagaya mo na mas marunong pa sa iyo. Even a treaty as sacred as a treaty, we bind our nation to an altogether binding. Tapos kung yung malalaki, kung baga pag ang general dyan magtapo ng sigarilyo sa kampo, no smoking, sundalo talaga, pag magtingin lang. Pag makita niya, sundalo God damn it, Give me 50. Ay, kung sarhinto naman tanda-tanda, sir, magira na lang tayong hanap tayo ng kalaban. si si General Santiago used to be the Philippine Drug Enforcement. Si Admiral Lista used to be with the Navy. Wala na siyang barko. Meron siyang yate, pero karga puro babae, hindi na bala. Totoo man. Anyway, yan ang ano ko. But maligaya lang ako na meron dito. At least may umabot rin ang ilaw sa the light of civilization as Rizio. Hindi man ako. I was not your mayor, but whenever I go places in Mindanao, I always travel here. Pero ang ano ko lang is, I hope that alam mo yung Davao Bukidnon Road, I don't know whose fault it is. I'm not trying to attribute it to anybody. I would say that government is to blame. Pero katagalan yan, ilang administrasyon na hindi natatapos yung putang inang repair dyan. 2 kilometro, 3, tapos mag-repair na naman, tapos lubak. And to think that it is a road nandito on an elevated, it would have perhaps maybe understood all of the things there. Kung mababa, mabaha. Pero dito, mahirap mag-travel dyan sa ano. Minsan, tapos 5 kilometers. 10 kilometers, 1 lane. Palit-palit kayo. So that 10 kilometers, hintay ka. Kung may diarrhea ka, diyan ka sa purot-purot ka. Kasi almost half an hour, ganun papalit-palit yan. Ewan ko kung mayroon pa dyan. Kaya kung wala, tawagin ko lang engineering brigade, pag-grader ko na lang hanggang, huwag na lang daanan yan. Buti pa mag-ikot na lang kayo ng Davao. Total downhill man papuntang syudad. Tapos sakay kayo ng truck, mas maka-ano kayo. Pero yung, well anyway, wala naman sigurong problema dito. Valencia is maliit lang ito noon. Used to be a barangay, barrio. But because of may pag-open ng highway, ayun. So it's really an improvement on everything. It's highway, gagamitin ng tao, mobility, and then itong energy. Kung meron yan, you can expect, as long as we will have peace in the land. Ang style kasi ng NPA, pag hindi ka magbigay, sunugin. Ay, kinig kayo, ha? Huwag ninyong pakialaman yung sa tao. Energy, communications, everything. Lay off. You are better just, they are asking for the release of about, kung nakikinig kayo ngayon, they're asking for, you are asking or demanding the release of 120 political prisoners. I denied it, I declined to do it because I have given so much too soon. Sabi ko sa kanila, produce to me a document which says that you have agreed to an indefinite ceasefire. Do not put a term there. Huwag kang magbigay ng timeline. Because this will be a long unwinding road sa negotiation. Yung dyan lang, ano lang yan, preliminary. But the real McCoy is when I start to talk to them face to face. And I don't know what, but it is always the interest of the government that should prevail. Kaibigan ko sila, I talk to them. That's why I used to travel widely sa Mindanao. I go to where they are, but as mayor, kagaya din ng mayor ninyo, I have to communicate. Hindi magpapag-ariglo. But communicate, just we can have an open channel to talk. You know, I've always been true to my oath of office. And yan, I said the real thing would come when we start on the final round. Pero ako, I'm willing because the cabinet, apat siguro ang nandyan. We only have 10 minutes more for clear skies, for info, sir. Otherwise, we go down. Di ba yan ang gusto na si Lene? Magdasal siya, mahulog yan. When it is time, it is time. Mainit. I'm sorry, nandiyan pala kayo mainit dyan. Andre, you can, hindi na, pagkatapos na ako. Pasalamat lang ako sa Pure Meridian, and of course, the people who have invested. And coal is an alternative. For the time being, much as you would like to really have a clean planet Earth, we have to survive, and we cannot survive without energy. So hanggang dyan lang tayo. It's not a question of a clean air. Everybody, every day around the world, there is a coal plant that's being inaugurated. All over. Oh, magsabi ka lang 3, 4, 5 meron. 6, maybe 10. So, baka sabihin mo, bakit tayo magpahuli? It's the only viable thing here. It's cheap. And, kasi kapag mahal ka, mag-solar ka, mahal magtayo. Sige lang sila, mura na daw, kay mura mo. Murahin kita dyan eh. Mura. Tapos, wala namang takers. They can always come here. Maybe go to my office and say, Mayor, magtayo kami dyan. Okay, go ahead. It's good. Problem is puro salita, theoretical, but there is hollow blocks. Parang hollow blocks. So we would like to cooperate. We would like to save our country first, but we have to understand reality. And the reality is what you're having now. So I hope I did not deliver too much. I wish the guys here would operate it with efficiency. And may I ask the new People's Army, huwag namin ito ingnaan kasi pag nagkuha kayo ng pera sa kanila, itong mga to, magplano naman kung paano patasaan nila yung electric. So, doon na lang kayo maghingi kaya sa punta kayo ng Manila, tuturo ko yung malalaking korporasyon, akyatin ninyo. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you for your message, President Duterte. May we ask for a photo opportunity?